Okay, Chile tu ni hi Lamka Town Hall Talks episode gugna nei thei ding ina pe hun hoi takimonona patian kyang pa thui gena tu nia I yai Lamka Town Hall Talks a ong lut teng audience te teng na ve kuna I Lamka Young Leaders Forum te sigle tangin kong na vai do na tu ni na aki pa wai ma I speaker ding ina Dr. Lamkin Thang Hau ki ilaka omta ama hi tu ni na ina welcome I tu ni Lamka Town Hall Talks to kisai aman topic ong address dinga hi le Reformation in Electoral Politics Way for Social Transformation chia hi I speaker part to kisai hi saulo ong yen dinga ama hi DM College of Science Impala 2006 ina graduation an zawa wai bana MPhil PhD Delhi University nwaya hi 2015 ina na zawina wai bana aman hi student organization tuama 2000 apan ina 2012 tan hi capacity tuama mun tuama position tuama na hizang tawa wai bana I latest assignment hi Manipur State Commission for Scheduled Tribe Nwaya hi research officer 2016 apana 2020 tanana sema hiya ama hi tu unbeisa 2020 na research officer Manipur State Commission for Scheduled Tribe Government of Manipur Nwaya autonomous body hiya waya pan ki resign na 51 side 2 assembly constituency apanina by election anaki contest waya hi tunina election to kisai le politics alung lut na hi ataka CM kedinga kisa hiya wai bana hi aman tu kumbe sa te na initiative ken khatana bol sa te hi le banga hiya youth for change chi hi khanglai te laka le khang thak te laka ki hek na ong tun theina dina khanglai te laka na sep nak pitaka pan anapan kina hiya wai jagina ama hi tu ni na ilaka ina welcome wai bana tunia topic ong address di le hi ama lung lut na le ama ong propose ma hi jagena kilop takine nangai khedinga wai bana hi I think I will give little context about the situation. I mean the context in which the speaker will be talking. Lamka Town Hall Talks basically is a platform initiated by Lamka Young Leaders Forum. So this platform is provided to any person who is willing to address societal issues in terms, there is no subjective about the any topic. Any person can, it's a self-nominated platform, so any person can nominate himself or herself to be a speaker. So the kind of topic that we are accepting in this platform is to change the perspective of new generation, young generation, who are upcoming generations, upcoming leaders, to change our heads, to change our hearts, to change our hands, which is basically, I mean, to change our perspective and perspective and worldviews. So it's more or less a platform to shape our thinking, our minds, and our action, basically. So in order to train and develop young, honest, sincere, and principled leaders for the future. So this is the basic purpose. And the context the speaker will be addressing is reformation in electoral politics. When we say politics in Manipur, and particularly in Lamka, Lamka is a town, the second largest town in Manipur state. So I would say it's like it's the population is more or less like close to about 90%. More or less about 90% of the population would be people professing Christian faith. So the background, the context in which the speaker will be speaking is that the election, the kind of election which is very divisive between siblings and relatives. I think that the newer generation are not going to tolerate this kind of generation by changing our minds, changing our thinkings. I think this is the core issue that the speaker is trying to address, and I think we'll hear more about from him directly. I think this is what I can say, and the content that we are generating from this platform in terms of videos will be we are in partnership with the local cable network, Hornbill Cable Network, so they will be also be telecasting this content in the future. So I think this is all I have to say as of now. And without further wasting time, I wanted to give the floor to the speaker. And towards the end, we will be having a question and answer session. So, any audience, anyone who wish to comment on the speakers, on the content delivered by the speaker, as well as any questions, and I mean something that you wanted to comment on, I think you are welcome. But please alert us by raising your hands or by alerting us in the comment section box. Now I welcome Dr. Lamtin Thanghaukip to take his time without further ado.
Thank you so much, Lamka Young Leaders Forum, for this ideal opportunity, first and foremost. And I would welcome all dear friends, near and far, who could join and share tonight. It's a very humble initiative from Lamka Town Hall Talks, powered by Lamka Young Leaders Forum. So I'll be coming the acknowledged part in the after presenting all our talks. So tonight, dear friends, as of today's talks on reformation in electoral politics, which is a way for social transformation, first and foremost, I would like to place a few quotes from Dr. Martin Luther, which he says, "We must live together as brothers, or we will perish together as fools." So, my dear friends, I think it will be convenient enough if we can sometime use a mother tongue. If not, if someone of us, if any one of us here couldn't listen to our own dialect, I think we can just let me know. So, friends, when we talk about this reformation in electoral politics, to all the political scientists, to all the political experts, analysts, and also intellectual scholars, and all the people who are into all these politics may be well versed with this, what exactly is reformation and what exactly is electoral politics, and what could possibly be the way for social transformation. I hope any one of you could think of what exactly is needed in our present society, especially in our Manipur context. Now, friends, tonight I'm going to address two things. One is, why do we need reformation in electoral politics? And second part is, why do we contribute? How do we contribute for social transformation, which in fact can bring a real and positive change in a society and Manipur at large. Before going through that, I would like to make some correction to where a brother MK Gwalnam just said, I have completed my BA's graduation from DM College Science in 2006. It's way back in 2003 only. So it's a little correction on my part. So now I think we have to directly go through our today's talks on reformation in electoral politics, way for social transformation. So I'll be sharing some screens here. I hope it is audible and it's also it comes clear in all your screens.
Can you make it full screen?
Yeah, I'm trying that. Please wait a minute. Is that okay?
Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect.
Now, like I said, to all the political scientists, to all the political analysts, experts, and intellectuals, there might be different definitions and meanings of politics. So tonight, I'm going to talk about the experience I have been going through since I have just taken a decision to join in this humble politics, electoral politics from 51 side to Assembly constituency. So, my dear friends, to me, I do feel what exactly is politics. It's something, a decision taken by the people or groups of people for common cause and reason and common good. So there are lots of definition you might have assessed from different sources of or data, but I do feel that politics is something people has to decide for their own goods, for their own common goods and cause and reason. What do they feel about how the society has to take forward? How the society has to move it forward? So by going through that notion of politics, I do feel that politics per se is not a dirty game. To all of the participants, I do feel that you all might think and accept the concept of people saying that politics is a dirty game. But to me, what I feel so far as my experience is concerned, I do feel that politics per se is not a dirty game. Rather, I should say, rather, it is the person, it is the individual, or we should clearly say that it is the politicians who make it dirty, who make it dirty of the politics. So, to an extent, what I feel is that by taking a decision, a group of people taking a decision for their own common good is not a dirty game. In fact, when we come to electoral politics, this sort of explanation to electoral politics, we might have some sort of doubt. But now, as of now, I do feel that politics per se is not a dirty game. Now, if we go next to electoral politics, I would say that the process or system which determine the decision of the people, which in fact says we can just clearly talk about voting, exercising their rights on the voting days. So when these two notions of politics and electoral politics uh, uh, comes into our mind, like I said, we say that there are lots of means and ways where these two are in conundrum, but I do feel that these two are all the same. So where a groups of people decide to elect whom they think is going to work for the common good, common cause, and reasons. So I think we are much into that narratives also. Now, let me go to what exactly is of social transformation. Now, my friends, if we are going to look into all those, what exactly is political transformation, reformation, or economic transformation, tonight we'll be focusing mainly on social transformation. By social transformation, it would mean the process change in any given systems or institutions or thoughts. So when you talk about social transformation, it encompasses lots of things, lots of entities. But tonight, I will be focusing something which is very specific. So it will come in the next order of our presentation. So my friends, like I said, tonight the talks will briefly focus on two holistic approach. Why do we need reformation on electoral politics? And how do we contribute for social transformation through that electoral politics? So that is the first part, introduction part in tonight's talk on reformation in electoral politics. Now, if we go to the second part, okay, thanks for bearing with me. Now, let me talk about the experiences, like I said, I have been facing, I have been going through during my election in 51 Saitu Assembly constituency. So, my friends, dear brothers and sisters, I think tonight it's the paper or the talks which I'm going to present. It's not a new thing to each and every one of us. However, I do feel that out of this context, I think we could have come to some uh, sort of thinking where we can examine things where I have been experiencing, or you can share at the end of the talks your experience about what exactly is the present systems of electoral politics. So, my friend, I have just shown you, share you in the screen, the present systems of electoral politics. So we all know that in Manipur, especially in Manipur, or I should say in 51 Saitu Assembly constituency, we have come across for so long, for the past many years, that the system we have been following is money power, muscle power, clanism, or I should rather say tribalism. And we talk about minority and majority. And we also seen, we have come across false promises. And also we have umpteen examples of dividing the people and also bad mouth against the others. And last but one of the most important thing is that believing, making us believing in all the above. So money power, muscle power, clanism or tribalism, minority and majority, false promises, dividing the people, bad mouth against the other. So we are intent, we are labor, we are forced to believe in all the above systems in electoral politics we have been facing throughout these years. So, my friends, when we talk about money powers, it involves lots of things. Money powers can do anything at the present system of electoral politics. Second thing is master power. When you talk about master powers, I need not go further explanation because we all understand what exactly is master power. So where does master power rise? Where does someone take it master power? So I need not go further explanation on that. And the third thing, which is very much important, especially to my concern, which I do feel that this third point called clanism and tribalism is one of the most hindrance or one of the most present system which diverted the minds and the concerns of the younger generation while going through experiencing electoral politics in the society. So when we talk about clanism, honestly, I have been the victims of all this clanism and tribalism in a society where some clans may claim seniority or junior in such a way that it also has some say, some parts to play in our electoral politics, which our present system has been working. We do believe that this clanism or tribalism has a part and parcel to play in a present politics to become successful in electoral politics. So the fourth point I'm going to share tonight is of minority and majority. like I said, in clanism and tribalism, minority, the word minority and majority is the term or the words which have been using by the veteran politicians and all the older generations, where we do feel that some groups of people are minority and some groups are majority. But to my experience and to my concept, to my conscience, I do feel that there is no minority nor majority in electoral politics, where I do feel that even a vote, a vote count, a single vote counts. So there is no point of majority or minority, according to me, to my concept, so to my understanding. So my friends, I'm sure some of us might use that while calculating or while going through the systems of during election time. I do feel that we often use the word minority and majority, but to me, I do feel that there is something which I am not comfortable with taking or naming or calling someone minority or majority, because I do feel, according to me, according to my conscience, everyone, whoever may be a number of hundred or whoever may be a number of thousands, they are all equal. They all have equal share in electoral politics. That is my take. And the fourth thing is one of the most, the most, I should say, the most, the most things which we make it so far are false promises that we have been convincing the voters so far. So, my friends, when we talk about false promises, see, uh, as a youngsters, as a youth, I think these false promises can be understood very well as and when such false promises are made. So there are a glaring example which I'm not, which I don't feel to share tonight, but at the time of election, there are lots of false promises that the villagers, the voters are convinced, and right after being elected, so those promises been in the vacuum. So my friends, I think these false promises are also one of the most hindrances system that we have been going through till today. And one of the fifth point, one of the most challenging one that we have been going through in electoral politics in present day system is of dividing the people. Now, my friend, I'm not talking or backbiting or having a bad mouth against the veteran politicians across Manipur, or I should say, if we go by specific constituency, like 51 Saitu Assembly constituency. Honestly, I would say that a veteran politicians are dividing the people. Like I said in the fourth point, minority, majority, clan voice, and also even to an extent of exercising their master power, and then to an extent of offering money power. So, my friends, dividing the people where you are divided from, you are separated from your brothers, your own brothers, you are separated from your family, you are separated from your neighbors, you are separated from your village. So by doing that, we do feel that the veteran politicians are of the opinion that by dividing the people, they can rule, they can convince sections of the society so that they are very much into uh, winning the election. So my friends, dividing the people in terms of clanism, in terms of minority and majority, in terms of massive power, in terms of money power, the system we have been going through, in fact, it is painful. It is painful indeed, because by going through, by accepting all this present system, I think our future is very much bleak, and our younger generation, future of our younger generation is very dark. So my friend, this dividing people I need not go further explanation on that. I hope we all understand about these concepts and these notions of dividing the people. And the last, bad mouth against the other. So my friends, so far as my experience is concerned in the recently hereby election in 51 Saitu Assembly constituency, as a candidate which is affiliated to Indian National Congress, a candidate of Indian National Congress, I hope lots of people who have participated tonight also might be aware of where an INC candidate, myself, do have no ill feelings or bad mouth against my opponent. Rather, along with my team Youth for Change, we rather acknowledge all the veteran politicians they have been contributing so much for the past 30, 40 years. So we don't even think about convincing people or having a false promise to the voters, where the veteran politicians, our opponents, is not capable of. Rather, we instead say that if at all the voters think that our opponents are well equipped or are well experienced, where they can lead more of the common public, you have to vote for them. So we don't even ask, you have to vote for INC candidate or you have to vote for Mr. Lamtin Thang. So rather we say that we have to acknowledge, we also acknowledge in fact the good deeds our opponents have been working through more than 30, 25 years. So there is, as of now, we do feel that some of the younger generation or some of the veteran politicians are of the opinions that if we badmouth the others against the opinion, they feel that it is one of the means where we can convince the people. So my friend, I don't think so. So we have to stick with what we have to do, what we have to fight for, rather than giving a bad mouth to the the opponents. So my friend, now going through all those present systems, what we have been going through in during election or doing electoral politics in a society. So, like I said, money power, muscle power, clanism, tribalism, minority, majority, forced promises, dividing the people, bad mouth against the others. So it is very interesting to say that all the above mentioned systems of electoral politics we have been going through, we have been facing through, we have been experiencing throughout the entire life that younger generation and older generation have been going through. It is of the belief that we are all convinced that believing all the above systems are the only means we can convince the people, we can stand by what we are fighting for, we can give them a lot of hope for the voters by believing all the above systems of electoral politics. My friend, I don't believe so. So let me go through the next slide.
Just a small request.
Okay, please.
Comments YouTube baka pauma mainong yen main chitamin gen audience ka I think there are not not so many outsiders, I guess, only our own people. So I think it would be better for you also to present this in our own mother tongue.
Okay, that would be
from now on. Maybe you can also summarize. You can also summarize the present slide quickly.
All right.
Maybe.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll do that. Thank you so much. Taking with the permission of the hosts, if there is any of my friends, our friends, who couldn't understand of our mother tongue, I would just to brief some of our friends, I would be using our mother tongue. To our eho in Adidia Manipur Ting Hanga, Atamzon Ichipiu, Hichi Ichipia Hile, Voda Kikaizin, MLA Kikai Tiziti, he Atamzon Ichipiu hin, Tichu, Sum Tanena, Muscle Power Katichu, Tamta Omin, is a suke, head suke hin, explanation Tamtalubin. Abana to Punglechang, Kim Katloin Bele Pungitivin. Suta Tingle. Eho lahin say tinga hele minority majority ti khar hi kam chengin eha man kheobin ken wang hichong hi kadei sapun abanin false promises ti chu abol lo ke hello election chu ikai phat phana MLA chu ikai phat phana ikai phat na dinga chu ipi ketip pi na kinei zong le hicho ho chu ape na dinga kisim ti ho hi ki khap na ti ho hi tamta ichibi abanin akho ta khat loi chu in sunga ucha jing jong al khen tum ding khat chuma pui ding khat chuma pui ding in sung mi jong in sa in lang jong khen tum ding kina sa ding thule la hi achum chuma pui do ding ti ho hi a hi in chuta ting le ka sei bangin I openin pa sei se te ding ti ho ta bang hi I bol lo vai hi le MLA ke kai thelo elo jong le electoral politics a hi kiloling thelo ta bangin igelobin Kati bang chun hichi sum tha nahi tu a hi eho adia emi society a Manipur sunga thinghang dia jong emi society sunga hi suma jaw lo le election ke kai thelo kitia thelo ti hi tu adinga ichi piu khar hi abanin sei bangwin muscle power ti chu force peilanga hung kon ham thalli hema hung kon ham suma hung kon ham ti chu hesu ke tawin abanin akho ta khat chu phungle chang kiti hin Pungle chang hi isaya jong le seya thing seya bo hin kino pha na lenta ai wang kida tha thelo thil khar hin hi chu ho jong hi tu a electoral politics a hi chu ho jong hin thanei tai ni gel na lai ju na hi abanin ka sei bangin minority le majority ti hi anjon sa pawin them cha khat ka hin seitan ke hin atam zo a hi minority ki ti le majority ki hi kaman nom pun azi chu hi chi hi to an extent derogatory kam ka head hi aji chu kahin sim dung zui ja minority majority kiti ho hi derogatory words are in kagelin aji chu chi kagel lo na chu pi ham tia hile minority majority kiti hi e ho in ikisim thu thil khar hin pathin mi hem ho zu si hi atam sa loi umintin alhom sa loi umintin a terminology chu akitu nai ahi wangin hi chi hi electoral politics en lang itabang hi jong le ken kaman nom pui hoi ka sapui ti thua hi chong hi ka se hin e hon wang hi chi hi minority hon vote hi zat anei ding majority hon vote hi zat nei ding e ho context a juga ki seile ama ho phungin hi zat nei ding ama ho chal hom jamin ama ho tam jami ti thua hi iman jiw hin ken wang hi chong hi I ka saja pui ti thua ka se hin abanin kitip na kiti hi akho khat hi ibol lo mi tam ten ibol lo kho pui akai ni ding phot hele min ei ta san thin ninga kitip na bol de heti hi chi jong hi tu adinga e hola adinga achi pin min a haman cha pin later head ham khana khusum youth club ham area organization ham khatto agreement kinezing deal kinezing ibol lo ki hello ti ho pangchu akai ni ding phot phona hele mi zone thading mi ta san thadinga ti khar hin e ha bol vin he chi jong hi tu adinga e ha bol pin khar vin ka he ne anina abana chu hele dividing the people azwa ka sei bang chun in sung khat ke ma ta jong tu chung by election chun na sata in hi chi hi opponent grooming propaganda na sata in sung kitu lo in sung ki hop khen in sunga kilung to lo ti ho hi tamta sevin tunilan hi chu explanation pile hen savin tin hi chi ho ta bang hi khu khat jong hop khen ding ke ni su ding lungel ni su ding group ni su ding a hi lo jong le insa in hang jong group ni su ding a hi lo jong le hang sunga mi ho jong chu group ni su ding lang khat chu ga pan pi tum ding lang khat chu chuma koi ding hitia chu ikina sa te nga hi le lang khat chu e ya pong te te ding ti ho ta banga hi mi hi hop khen ding group ni su ding kina sa ding ti ho hi tu to ichi piu electoral politics sa MLA kai do na the dinga electoral politics bolo khat jong a hi ti chu ka ga sei num kirin azul ka sei bangin i opponent ho sei se te te ding ti hi bolo bena pha na hi azi chu tu chung experience in henge supporters ho in workers ho in propaganda cho sem ding mongin ka he in a hin la a candidate khat ka hi na in tu chung by election chun u ka opponent pa hi kam chang khat in jong ka sei si khapun ai lo jong le kadem khapun hi azi chu ipg ham tile hichi dem le sei si chang chun ama in kum som ni wal na hin to gam sunga thilpha hin bol zo ho zo hi pa cha na ai lo jong le sa pawa acknowledge ki bol zo hin chukit le as a candidate party khana candidate ka hi wangin tu chung by election chun kina tam zo hin atam zo ti pung ka ting abon cha ta bangai hi ke nei pe bin jong ka ti pon azi chu ka opponent pa hi thilpha bol thinalizin mi pi ding in na to mi pi na tong ding in a phanalizin a hingnalizin ti waile ama pevin suti lo wa hi le ke a hing zo e mi pi ding in thilpha hil bol zon ti na ti waile ke nei pevin hoi zo chu thilpha hin bol zon ti na ti bam na dei sa zo zo chu pevin tia hi campaign thang phong ta ki bol na lai hi ria chu ka gel danin tu chan ge hin atam zo senior politician ho hin hechi chung changa bang hin mi tampi dem na le sei se na hi aha nei be se win ka hepun a hin la thang pi a iman chau khat hi tia chu ka ga se hi na he hi chu ho zo si hi tu to ka hin sim tha ho imu ho zo si hi electoral politics are law hin na dinga system alam pi ham tia hi tu ni chan ge za ihin manu hin hi chi hi tu ni chan ge a hi mi ho in eta san sa khat in ka he in aphamo he jing ne he aban ga ve ki ro hit to aban I say no muchu why do we need reformation in electoral politics ti hin in say tabin sum thahat na ai lo jong le thaguma thal le him phung le chang a thom te atam te a hi lo jong le hitabanga in sung mi hen lang kusung mi hen lang thang sung mi hi jong le group ni so ding kina sa ding hop khen ding ti ho tabang ai lo jong le i open ho sei sit ding dem ding ti ho tabang hi cho zo si hi tu ni chen ge hin adi dia tunia ke loi pi ho loi la pai say from 18 years to 50 years of age or hin mu di win tu ni chen gen ka he in hi chi ho la a hin khu in man ji wa chu tunia hi ke gel dolin why do we need reformation in electoral politics ti hi chu ho ta bang system ho chu i khel ngai tai ti hi ipj I khel diu ham hi ta bang system tu ni chen gi za hi ham hi cho hi bol wa hi le electoral politics a hi lo jong le election MLA ki hi thei lo ham tia in gel ho chu adi ta poi tia hi kala hi achu ipj a hi chu ho chu iti khel diu ham ipj I khel diu ham ti hin akhat chana chun threaten India constitution dan pi no za ki pe chu I het so keu hin koi man tu ni ra hi ka sei de ho hi I het sa so keu I hayu khat sam pun a hin la experience a ko na tham khat zo ting le iki chai lam tiang mai le iki holim khom ba malama I khan to pi bom de hom ti hin ti chun ipj a hitabang system electoral politics ho chu reformable de hom tai le e ho hi tun adi in cookie chain group hi house system in umjong lew han a hang pia Indian democracy constitution noisa hin khomang le ki vai hom na bol hi bin hi ja chu constitution noisa dan pi noisa election dan dung zu ya chu ipiham akizi chu he chu ke hin vote khat mi khat ti hin mi tamten hichi hi ki sei tinga hele tu azong izanin seiyong le chun namjong amun aphat ting le vote hi za chun la tho ding min jong la tho ding ti chu henge tu chan ga in bolo hi no one can deny a hin la iga he diu chu hitabang hi iboluwa hichi constitution a dan ekipi right ekipi ho chu hitabang system chun asu set pa hi threaten hi pa hi hicho tabang hi isim phat lawa hi le khunung ting le hichi sanga kho zo a hi lampi ho hi ong chi be a hi le inam sumung society manipur ai change win manipur politics song abana hi hung kho si che ding hung nen be che ding thil phalu hung che ding kingai lu na hom che ding ke to mo na hitam che ding ti thu do la chu hichi constitution a ekp dan ho right ekp hi threaten a bol tai hichi na sata in threat hi tai ti hi kaga se no hin abanin against the ethics of conscious human being ti chu ho hi atamzo Christian hi vetin seilang pathin sim khat hi vetin kalain asutia hile mihim hi pathin sima silepha het khan nakiti hi mihima hi pathin api su ke hin hichi silepha hena sa a anjo a tu chanya in chi piu system ho izuina diwa chu hichi hinasata kido dalin ka hene aji chu hena sa a hichi system money power ai lo jong le gun power ai lo jong le phung le chang ai lo jong le pt de ha hit banga ule naw ki ka kibung khanna kichang khanna ti ho hi pathin in silapha ap na hi hi chu ho chu aphapoi ti a hi ki heso ke hi he a chu hit bang pathin in silapha ap naw mihim khat hi nawa silapha head naw ho hi hit bang chu ato kha nasata a hindo dal the hi ti chu ani na kaga koi no mehin abanin ho thu dola le ani chana chu hung ke bangin hichilang pa chu ha sei ta pung ka ting athum chana ali channa in hitabang system hwa chu hung chi ting wai le anjo ka sei bangin keile ka u pa jong keile kain sung mi jong keile ama ho jong ama ho phung jong ama ho tribe jong ama ho bele phung jong hiti chun kibung khen na hi e ho ka la hin apung che in hitabang system in a chp ho chun e ho ka la ki het khil na hi nasata in society phat na ding ho hi ado dalin nisin hong pung in hele hitabang in a chp system ho chu e ho society adinga nasata in apun be sa che apun be sa che ti hi kamu dol khana ali channa kan koi hin tin abanin akho ta khat tu changya mi pi ho voters electorates common people ama ho koma hi tunia hi ebola hi khanto na hi a hiding bangal hung thelo ham ti hi any entitlements never reach to the genuine target population ti hin aji tu ni changya politics bol pau hi anjolama tu ni changya system in chi pi pau hi in chi pi jing ji hun mi phadek khana dingin bo mla ho a representative ho hi mi phadek khana dingin bo apachumin ka he in excuse mi phadek khana dingin bo apachumin ka he in mi pia dingin ta be mongin mi pi thaleng anjolama mi pi common ko sa dinga politics hi ti pachu he chu pachu tha gel do ki lewen tunin kidong lewen any entitlement reach to the people or not ti khat hi in hi chun chong hi thil kho ta khat hi in tunin politics ku mizan ham khat ku kitchen group sungai jong in bolovin try as a tribal hin jong in bolovin but so far as my understanding is concerned ami pi ko mahin athung dinga lom athung poi ta be hi thung lo hi ti hi anga sanna kan koi no hin akup channa chun mihim hi na ilungel ingai dan ho zo si hi anjolama a system in a chp ho wa kuna chu manipulate ke bola blackmail ki bola hin langkhana e ki ngol bol he langkhana saying hitabang system ho chu adi poison chu het thos ai wa mi pi ho hin hi chu ita asan ki ro chu anjo lama tu changia system ichi piu chu a bon chekeza hi chu ho chu aki bol lo le election aki kai thei pui mla aki thei pui tia chu ita asan so chu manipulate aki bol chu blackmail aki bol he hi chu ta bang jong hi thil kho ta khat hin hi ja chu hi chu ta bang ku nang hi transform changes i bol ngai ji ti hi agup channa kaga ko hin asagi channa chu e ho hi su name ding itha ha now hi la pi ding su name ding su kichat ding ti hi hitabang in che piu system ho ade de a hichi muscle power money power chun hichi hi e ho in ilung geluwa adi ahoi apha geljong leven hichi ho chun su name ding su mit ding su kichat ding ti hi e ho la hichi ho in che piu system ho akuna chu jing jing khang jing jing hi ti hi kamu do la asagi chana kan ko jin isei bangwin again na chun hicho ta bang hin e ho sunga hi adi lo na pa lungthim sunga changkengai lut na adi lo pa hi nisia hichi system in chi pi ho chun e ho sunga hi khang tha ho adi dia khang tha ho lung sunga hi nisia hi ta bang lunggel nei na changai lut na ema phat som na ding ti ho hi lungsum asu bu zimuwa hitia chu alungsum wa hi thil phalo hi abu pi jing he ti hi kamun ya chu agit chana kon ko hintin bana chun ako channa chun isei bangwin hichi ho system a ko na chu ihung chi ting waile kina na kibau na insum khat jong conflict of interest ai lo jong le ke ka thunei ding ama thunei punti ama ho group chu thunei zo punti ama ho hung thani ki ding hi hichita bang ho jong hi anjo a system ichi pi pau chu achi jing ke za hele hitabang conflict of interest assertion contention and conflict of interest on the rise ti chu hitabang ho ama thani nup na ama ho le group khat lani ki ka chu ke MLA pa representative pa ham khanin a het zo ding aman a het zo ding hi chu ho ta banga ko na chu ki het shil na nasata hung pot do the he ti chu a ko cha na kan koi hin asom chan hi athwa thupi ai wanga isei khilai le aboya boi thei khat hi chiwa hereditary system of electoral politics kati no pa hi e ho la hin phungla changa hereditary chu zong chu nan tin tu context a hi a system hung chi pa hi veleu hel tu a zaumta veteran politician ho hi kukichin group la hin veleu hel nuizat ho in for a humor sake in ga selew hen IAS kizi do IPS kizi do official kizi do banga hi ama ho a hi lo waile midang hi theilo midang ahung ki go na hele hi chu iti bola su thip deham nga sa deham ti ho bang hi ama ho buwa hi electoral politics contestant candidate hi theidanovin akigelovin hele hi chilang kai zo achu phungle changlang insungmi ti langkai helovin tu to ho hen khang tha tuna nang le kei tabang ihung candidate khatna dinga ihung ki go na hele he hisu hi thei punte ai lo jong le koi tabang ham khat chun ama phalesile senior hita ahan hita ama umna laiza ama itiki gun the ham ti ho hi cho tabang lunggel hi ineju bin hi le aphamol he jingin ji achu hitabang ho hi ahum tinga hi le mi pi in akhangdum zuiza aphadung zuiza angai chat ama hin mi pi vai pule ama hin mi pi thalheng henlang hile hung phachumin te ti ho hi hitabang hoi ta khang tha ho hi piha asu nemu asu lungnewu asu lungkichat tabang din mun khalen ahum khajin hele hichilam bidoya chu hereditary system kati hin tu chanin bang kipamta khachu e ho la hin example in pileng pugau phatan tin hokip kharin dinaile hokip khat hite ding kip gen khadi hinai le kip gen heading singsun khadi dinai le singsun hitai te ding dongel dinai le dongel hitai te ding manlun mansung dinai le hitai te ding ngai te hi ai le hitai te ding ti ho chu om poni le hichela mahin pha ka san ka sei lo na pa chu to a senior veteran politician ho in akhang to aphat ki to a khang tha ho hung ki go nai le hita banga hi am ho adan ta banga ageluwa midang hung ki wung thailo ding ta bang khana agelu lungai tu nei pau hi ahoi pui ti hi cho ta bang lung gel dong hi ahoi pui ti a chu asom channa kan ja sa hin asom dal khat chan hi apoya poimo khatin ka gelin aji chu hita bang system ho hi ahung chi so na hi le tua pana khang tha ho hin ita bang lung hin gel ta di vem society mi pia ding mong mong hin gel ta di vem ain sung ka bu aphung sung ka bu hin gel ta di vem ai lo zong le ama area ka bo hin gel ta divem ai lo zong le tham cha khat alin divin sei lev hen ama constituency ka bo hin gel ta divem heta bong system ho chu akibol lo le election ai lo zong le politics a akilo ling thei poi te hi khang tha ho lung sunga hi chimu chi chu nasata a bad president nasata a su se heta bong lunggel ngai tu akuna chu khang tha ho adinga hi thil phalota khunung tengle ahung hung thei thil a hi ti a hi hi chi hi I khel ngai ji ti a chu asom na ni sanna kan ko hin anjo a kan sei masa bangin tu a mi pi holung sunga hi tu a system ho hi e su ngolwa system a chi so ho hi o hi za chu hi chu ho hi lo wai le suma zaw lo wai le sum zaw le zaw lo iti pau hi henge kiman chan ding thailand dinga sum le pai ngai cha hi to sum iti pau hi ui zo sin het su ke hin further explanation bol hi jong le hin than le hi ma hin phung le chang hin ai lo jong le group chum se ma mi kina sa ding hin hi chu ho tabang ho zo se hi I bol lo wa a hi a hi le election mi pi representative ke kai thailo election ke bol thailo ke te thailo tabanga hi eita sen sa pa hi ni sia hi khangta ho lung sunga hi khangtul tul mi pi lung sunga hi den khadiham hi cho tabang hi hungchi chi han lang hele khunung ting le itabang din mun itu diu ham I jong hi gelo the hi pui tia chu ka hin jaw sa ki ri hi chu a chaina lama chu to a chaina pina hi thakhat in kala in hi ji chu hin seida tang kating Pakino bese jong le ne hin sei pi un lang ta chu ha jong se chu system in chi pi ho chu ipa tia hele I khel diu ham hi cha ana chi sa system ho chu tu chan ge ya chi ho chu I khel lo vai le ipi ti de ham ipi hung de ham ipi hin tu diu ham khang tha ho hin ipi bol the diu ham nam ka ngai lun gam ka ngai lun politics di ta bol in ka te ti win governance hoita administration hoita lekha isimovin china thim na tam tai ne zubin a hin la hi chi system ho chu izui di wa hele izui jing ke ki gut ji wa hele ipi ki khel na chu ipu do diu ham ti hi hin izi chun tu hin how do we contribute for social transformation it's also say to system and cheese ho til hozo si cho adi poi aphata poi ahoi ta poi khunum khang tha ho adingin hitabang systema iu kibul pewa ichi pewa hile khunum tingle tunin khang tha hon thil pha tam ta heu hitin thil pha tam ta bolnom hitin ata le ahoi apha chu society ade hanlang koya di hejong le gamle go adi hejong le I bol nom wa ito nom wang wa system chu I khel waile aphat somna ito do zona diu kamupun azi chu hitabang system chu I khel lo waile tu angai nge zai bol waile thilphai zat bol jong gelutin hezong lew hen thilphai to do thelo divin kalai ne yechun itilam dola how do we contribute for social transformation ti hin hichi ki khelna changes social transformation hung do thene ninga chun akhat chan in ke mimol hello pin he jong la kaga koi no masa pin chu thil adia lekhai sim naw hian lang thulala I hol naw hian lang ep hi jong le het chit ngai jin khul chil ngai jin mu chit ngai jin hotel lunga bazar lunga imoto namuna hoilai loi la pai ham khat to here se iga kemo holim na thil hi isei te ngai le hi chi hi adi lo kiti hi tu lai technology ai lo le si na thim na sanji mi education lam panga jom sang ta hi ta ji chun het chik lo mu chit lo khul chil lo ba thu ki sei te ngai le mi tam zo hin adi akhang tha lang ho hin tam zon he thei tan ji he thei hedo zitan adi lo ki sei ho is a hi social change sa dinga hi ki khelna dinga hi isei te ngai le I phun do ding te ngai le thil khat mi heling kating het thim sang ka te tia hele I het na pa I data ho information ho chu het chit masak ngai jin khul chit masak ngai ji ti hi ama sa penin kaga koi nomin ani na achun e ho hi lim ki banglo mel ki banglo idu danjong ki banglo idei danjong ki banglo pathenin lim chum le mel chuma e sim jong hin heya chu hitabang mi chum chum ngai dan chum chum diversity ti ho hi mi ho hi I het thim lo waile ai lo jong le hitabang mi ke lunggel to ki banglo omin aman jong hiti chun gelin tin kin jong hitin ka gelin silanga pan jong hiti chun gelin hiti hotabang hi het thim wa he chotabang hi ilung sunga thili to ding te ngai le iki koi lu wai le e lunggel se ham ama lunggel se ham ti khar hi mi ki ba lo no ho hi het thim lo te ngai le ki het hi na jong tamin machal mo na jong tamin iji chun hi chotabang jong hi ki khelna dinga hi idei ta na I to ta imano ding ta I phun jal ding ta hi le mi ki ba lo na ho differences ho diversity hi na ho hi het chiruwa I pam chi duty jong hi ani chanan kan koi nomin athum channa chun tu chan gejin ke jong ka hat pun ke jong imang ka hedi pun ahin la ka sei nom chu thil hi ki khel na ta hi pudo ta ngai ta hi le kaga sei nom chu sacrifice risks la ngai jin ka thi jong na thi tang ni kaman jong la mang tang ka te ka vai cha ding jong vai cha tang ka te ka in ka lo ki phet ding jong ki pheta hen min ei tha jong le ei that ta hen ti khat hi gel ha ngai jin ki gel ha ngai jin hitabang iki gel ha lu vai le thing ta sei dingin I zanin lekha he hitin ching hitin thim hitin sanadang ka ne hitin building ai zat cheng jong le hen hitabang ki gel ha na itabang tu jong len ka thu ding ka ki mai tu pi ding a hi tia ikigel ha thelu waile I head ho in a go ho hi to an extent aphat nai apapui kati he poi aman cha na ding om nai a hi wangin hi chu ho zo si chunga a hin lo hin sa theding le a hin matum theding chu ki pe tha ki gel tha ngap tha kati ti tang kati ka thi jong le thi tang kati e ho ga het theding a chu mel silam dolin sei le han kalol jong do tang kati kalol ka do ngap chai ti ho ta bang hi ikigel ha lu waile ki khen na ta wang hi e ho society a wang chu na sa ta ha sanalai dingin phat lut na lai dingin ka gelin ka ngai tu ne hi ta ting le ali chan na he chi ki gel ha na le sacrifice and risks taking ban chun akho ta khat chu mihim kharhin principle integrity mi khanin sei le chuma ding khanin sei le chuma ki ding ti chu din mun pan mun ki che lo din mun nei lo ki long le le a hui nun dung zuiza alungel jong ki ha thei lo min khada se le chijong chodi thobe min khada se le chung chodi thobe ti khana hi ki long le le din mun khat che pi khat amuna jang ke za khat din pi thei lo ti khat jong hi principle integrity kita na ti ho hi ta san na ti ho hi mihim khana ông thầy lâu tiếng ai lệ chân kisin sa hi han lang ipilam hi jong le principle hin integrity hin hi chi he nei lâu tiếng ai lệ mihim ikita san lâu tiếng ai lệ trust deficit tiếng ai lệ mi ho zo sia ding hin vật ton thei na hi ông thầy pui tin kalain ji chun ching hitin theme hitin ai lo jong le isanin sacrifice bol jong ki gu jong le hin it's a principle and integrity khat jong hi accountability khat jong hi ngaji hi jong hi society a social issue ai lo jong le politics lang ipilam hi jong le thilpha hung na dinga ki khel na dinga apoi mo pin khat principles and integrity ti khat jong hi kaga koi nom kinin achai na lama hi chozo si chung chona hin achai na pin pina kaga koi nom chu ngai lut na ti hi thil phabol tin ka sei nomin humanity mi ngai lut na thil phabol ti hi kaga sei nomin je chu keima ta sandolin jong no ho zo se ta sandol jong heading in kata sanin service to humanity erule ngai lut na na to thil phabol ki ti hi sejo kya se dingin ta sa jong ka hat pun thagawa jong ka hat pun he jong le khata sam khat chu bible a ki sei bangin thil phabol na lama chimti nei lovin umun na thada lo le phatsa na lo ding hi ti hi keita samdol jong hin chuta tingle mihim again thi ha sat itabang hi jong le inei hi jong le ngai lut ding I khutuna vet sa ding thilpi khel khel hi pun I khutuna ingai lut na vet sa kiti hi thillopi ta in ka gelin society a iki khel na theyuwa ipi thei ibol thei isei thei hi jong le ilung sunga ingai lut na pa jong hi ngai lut na thil phabol ti pa hi izo kham khama thil phabol ti pa hi I chozo si chung chona hi apoi mo loi la a khana le achai na pina ka hin koi hin tin e chun anjo a system an chi so ho izui lo ho in zui ho tuni chan gia hi chu ho zo si chu izui lo wai le lo hinna electoral politics a lo hinna jong thelo hamta igel ho zo si chu anjo a itilam dola I khel diu ham ti ho bana chuta tingle hi chu in khel tingle itilam dola ki khel na hum hun de ham how do we contribute for social transformation ti pa hi chan chu ka hin pi hin tin nang ho ke sangin heaven na chingubin na themubin ke hi nang ho sangin ka chingin ka themin ka hezo zaijin ka sei ho hi society ki khel na dinga point hi changbo hi tai ti na ka sei hi pu in ka gel dole experience ka hi dung zuiza tu chan gya ka hin mu dung zuiza present ka hin bol thu hi in tin abanin it's all sila chun achai na lamjong hung hitan tin my humble takes it's all sila kahin sei nom chu tu ai ho in politics se bol na wa hi mi tampin heru hi in head bangwa chu senior politician ho henlang tunia hilai muna azaw so piula naw loila pai hoi jongle mi tampin a sei chu through that politics has no permanent friend nor foe politics a hin galmi ailo loila pai ompoi ni khatle loi pai hung hiding loi pai jong galmi hung hithei ikidopi iopanin hithei galmi tilangai pun politics a electoral politics a chu iopanin hung hithei iopanin pa jong ni khat tingle ikiloi pi hung hithei I hi ata be mongin chi hi adi tin ka gelin ani channa chun adi din thing thanga politics a hi ga ve lewhen mundanga chun kaha sei thei pun mi abolin aphat lo now hetia ka sei ding he pun ani channa chun in politics one needs to kill not the physical being but the ideology or principle or systems one has adopted for wasted interest or to become as an emily hiti hi hin seilen mi tamten picture to clear jing in tin again site 251 site 2 assembly constituency context in Salem ingai ma diwa ka sei hipun site 2 assembly constituency context a hin tua ka hin het chan hin kum li kum ni kum thum sunga hin election hung hi ting ai le wang silum ta chu akhut akeng alu kiveike kivobai kivochip ai lo jong le election sung election ki chai ting le mithi ki tha ki mat tampi omjin sei lo dinga kilom ta hin hi jong le kalungel khana i sei do hi le makhua hi ikiven thena diule thil phalama hi dem ta hi kahin sei jing hin ji chun mi tampin ki tha ki man hi i bol waile politics a hi hi theilo ham tin gelin tin ken wang ki tha ki man hi jong le politics a hin akilo le theji ti hi keilung gel hi aji chu politics di ta chu i bol te ngai le ki tha ki man bol sangin hi chi adita politics bol ho chu alungel aman achipi a hin kaido na azi hozo chu se ideology a principle a system ti hozo chu thapi ding hi hichi thapi ding iti pa hi not physical being a hin la hicha kan sei pa banga hi iti a chu bola hi le hichi anzolama system money power gun power hichi ho clanism ti ho hi itilam dola hi bola hi le hichi ho zo hi iti su mit dam thal se sa su mit the ham sum se sa su mit the hilo ham tai igel mai tiu hi kewang kanum poi hichi hi ta sa ta a ki tha kimat bolwa jong hichi pa hi iti su mit dam ti hi explorable diu zo in ka he in isi achu hitabam explorable na diwa hi khang tha ho in rasata pan inai zu be ti hi athum cha ani chana kan ko hintin athum chana chun e ho in hichi india dan pinoiza electoral politics bol te waile acha apat na lama in sei bongwin democratic institution noiza ium pau hi e hezi povin anjo a system in chi pi pau bo chu a means ways and means the only available ways and means dan in bo igelu bin hile hichi hozo se adi lo dan pa jong hi well informed hi wangajin participate hi wangajin hichi hot bang hi well informed hi lo waile anjo a system luza in chi pi pau chu khang ahung hung dinga jong hichi ho bu chu lampi sun ham tia hi ahum ding zin hichi hot bang the strength of any democratic institutions resides in a well-informed citizen or full participation of the people. Hicho hozong hi nasata in apoy moy ti achu keila dan neu khat jong kahin sei kir hintin ali chana chun anzola ma jong thamkhat kahin seitan iti bangobin tunia ke hin kasei ho hi ke sanga sei hoi zole a het na sang ta zapi lamkai political analysis intellectual level a mitam taum hin hi chot bang sei the ding hi a hin la kho ta khat chu e ho lai hi ata hin sei do ding pa hi chi achim athem ho hi pt de ha ama in hi chi ki sei le ka reputation hi azo ting le mang khantin min in sei sin khantin ai lo jong le ka sei ding in pau cheng ngai lo ka mang leo han kane ki hol na hi tat khantin ai lo jong le hoila ham kana koi ham khat chun suspend in bol khantin transfer in bol khantin ti ho ta bang hi e ho ka la hi a num ji ne hi ai le hi chi izanin aching a themu hitin a hemu hitin anjolanga ka sei bangin jong le han e ho hi chi chera ko na chu a comfort zone a ko na chu e hung pot do wa atta pa anjo system ho adi ta poi hita hi chi pe waile ima khuding mo hi azingi tia hi isei do theilo waile wangchun boite te ding hita we ti hi ija chu chi hi achinga themi janum jongle hi chi a ho akuna hi e comfort zone wa kuna hi i hung pot do wa ata pa chu adi lo na ho pa chu tu ta chi pu system ho chu adi poite isei theilo waile ki khel na izanin samjong le ben i changia amachal loading ahung machal ding hi ta san ompun hung chal jong le chan gi ham khanin i dei bangule ingai chad bongbin hung thei punti ti hi kamu dan khat jong ali chan na kan ko hintin aba na chun by election jong chun kana sei jina hi chawat bang system ho hi mi tampin opponent pa candidate opponent pa hi hadema dem ding ama thil bol zo hi ha se sit ding ti ho tabang hi mi tampin agelin anzolama kan sei bangchun ken kan sei bangin hetabang system di lo pa zo chu ifai ru ngai ji I hi ke gelin koi tabang hung ding han lang candidate hung di han lang politics sa hung lung lu he jong le ama ho sei sanga ama ho in ahin man cha ki gunu system phalo khunung chan ge adinga society adinga e ho zo se adinga a phalo ahin man cha ding ki gut pa ho zo chu hi chu ho chu adi lo na pa zo chu so sala phon jala mi pi adi lo na pa het sa zo ding ti ho hi keima lungdei khana keiman hiti lam do chun khalai ti a hi anga channa kan koi kir hin tin chun chi tin sei masang hin a chaina lamin in seilen youth for change tunin ki paum ta chu loi pau pu thangmilen kipgen tu to youth for change convener zong hung zawin chuta tingle ko convener a district wise convener ho zong hung zaw so kezin ama ho permission kila pumin youth for change thudola nyaucha a chaina lamin kaga sei nomin hichi youth for change in hung ki doi pi pin chu ipiham tia hile phungle chang nei lego sumle pai thalle hema thil ki bol ho hin ichan ge ham khanin I society malama hin ahin su seding ulen auka jong ki khantel na ki bung khen na machal mo na chuta tingle khanto machal na lama jong mi nung pha lo na ti hozo se hi thil tam ta hi hin su kha ding ta je in hetabang youth for change in icho hi adi poi ti hi thangsam taw ti tia hi hung ki sema hung ki hai pi hin je chun by election youth for change makaina in thil tam pi hung ki bolin mi tam pin tunin youth for change is equal to INC Indian National Congress ativin hichichu hilowahin youth for change in adoi atup achi pi to ideology a principle to kibangle ahi photle irrespective of the party idea ke ba thei phanaile youth for change in society hum ki khel na ding gamle go ki khel na ding khunung tingle zat lenam gamsung namsunga iphat chumpi na diu lunggel nei ki ba pi ho zo se chu ki thopi na thei chana a ki thopi di ti jong he tunia a seidinga kilom ka hi lo jong le nyaucha e ho zo se tunia hungza ho zo se koma kaga se no me in je chun society hi veleu hen lainan ponan hin ka sei bangin hichi ponan na pau hi itilam do lai ki khel diu ham ti hi geleu hen ke sanga ne he diu hin aila ka sei bangchun tuni hin on hom chai hi vin tunia hung ki khom jong on hom chai hi nawa kaga sei nom chi pi ham ti ile Margaret Mead social scientist min thang ta khat Margaret minin thil khat lekha khat kod khat kaga simdo nomin isu chu sa pa hin simdo le hen a small group of thoughtful people could change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Teen Margaret Menin, sociology se hin, social scientist se hin. Ichu society hi mi tam ta ku na hi ti khel na jong chu hum thei nan ti ahin la anzo lama sacrifice risks chuta tingle integrity nei principle nei ngailu na nei hichu ho them chakhat cha he jong le ama ho chun plan and policy strategy ideas shareable khomting waile hicha kuna chun na satain society ahin changes ahung hung the ti hi ta san na kanizin je chun tunia hon hom chai jong le han ahung ho zo se hi tunai seu hi ima cha he pui ke sang an head do so ke ne head do so ke ka ta san hi jong le e ho hon hom cha iki ho nawa idea shareable khom ding ho hi pu khom putin ke thu khom le han ta bia saying in I do believe and I can promise kum nga sung kum som sunga hi society hi ki khel na wang hi hung hung te ding in ti hi kata san in hi aban in zong a chai na lamin Mahatma Gandhi attributed to Mahatma Gandhi hin chi Mahatma Gandhi seimong het ti zong kichi tan pun hi zong le mi tampin court ball chu kin zong tamta campaign laiza loila pa youth for change in zong ana ha sei pin loi khana motto khana kana seu chu be the change you wish to see in the world ti kharin le se chunga malama ki khel na itabang na disam he chi ki khel na dei bang ding ta chun nang hi ki khel na hi in nanga hi ki khel na amasak pe na hele khunung teng le society chu hung pha hen khang to hen mi za in hungum hen min ei zaw hen itia hile hich mi za the hi na dinga chu in tunia hi ilungel ingai dan imu dan hi hich galvet na chu chan ihin khumandan ho hi hichi galvet na chu iman ding hi ti hi kaga sei do nom hi intin ichun tunia hung zaw khom su piule naw zaum ta zong zawin tin loile pai zong zawin tin ule naw zong zawin tin zichun tunia ke ima chahilo penin tuna new cha present kan bol sunga hi ga ge leuchun politician hina hi zong ka hi point ken ka thupi pe na ka sei ga nom chu social activist ti hin ka sei do nom zo in azi chu hi chi hin mi tampin political activist social worker ti ho hi tampi se jibin ken wang hi chu ho samsun social activist tia na to ding zo hi kadation azi chu social activist hi na pa thili bol te nga hele hang hob hi alin thejin social worker ho hi achomben hum koi kit ta vitin he chun hi chawat bang hi thui sei te nga hele zalhang ho ma i sei thein ding hin ho zong hin khang tha ho hin zalhang hom hin gel theu le hen ti hi kaga de sa khar hin tin achaina lampin momongin hechi forumin ahin gun pa hi thilphatan ka he in tuni hi hitabang address ka bol na hi amasa penjong hi jin nagel bangwa ka sei do na hi pon ti hi kata sanin hi jong le athu chang le age hi na kaga sei nom chu mi hemin hin khukhat ine zu hin khukhat sunga hi thilphakhat be pathenin hin khukhat ei pe wa hi in sunga dingjong khosunga dingjong inam sunga dinga jong igam sunga dinga jong thil phakhat be hi I bol do theile ti hi ke tu pi pen kadoi pi pen hin hi chik ka tu pi pen kadoi pi pen la tuni chan gi za hi ken ka bole ka thingi tia ka sei na hi pun mi tam ta wang sirum ta chu ka sei bangin achinga them ke sanga emi ku kitchen group sunga jong thousands and thousands you moving aho neilago ho thousands and thousands of moving ke ka head na hasam pen ima hello penin hita banga hi social ki khelna hung thun dinga loile pai ki thopi the ta san the ta to youth for change hung ki sama inam sungwa thil hung ki bol pa hi geleuchun ipiato do de diu ham jingna thailenga tawinti tahmi tampin na la diu hin hichu hinai sai lo ding hi hichu youth for change si pathinin tune alam kai ho a pi le hin khu pi khunung ting jong le ahung thun kit ting jong le ama ho healthy lam kai ahung ki sem do thene dinga hichu forum hi hung ki sema hung ki chi pia chi jong hung ki chi pi jom jing ding society a jong hi ki khelna hung ki pulu thau ding hi ti hi ka se do nomin koi macha noi si tum ki nei pun za tum jong ki nei pun ki cha jong ki nei pun ki cha lo jong ki nei pun society a dinga chu a phat na ding a ki tup na dinga chu I pi hi jong le ki mai tu pi a thilpha mi pi thane na ding pa hi ki pi ding hi ti hi tune a chaina pen pena ka hin se nom hin tin thank you so much Lamka Young Leaders Forum Chutatingle participants near and far for hearing me out for my humble thoughts and beliefs. In fact, I look forward to spread out these humble words, if acceptable, on your side, at least to our close friends. So at the end of our talks together, we can change. Of course, if we put together, yes, we can. Thank you so much. It's anchu tunilai seu his atautin host pain and say bangin imacha hin say do hizong leng no ho lungel jong kangai nomin no ho hin say jong iki het to wa thilphalam amano dingin kahin tim chi kinu bine he akipa e
Okay. Uthang, just I think you stay there, and in case if anyone has any comment or any question, I think let them do it either by raising hand where they can I can unlock the button so that they can unmute themselves. Can you take out the screen share pen ong na khatin lamong na kain lawu chena. I think we can proceed with the question and answer session.
len kizatalo
Okay.
yeah.
So now I think it's question and answer session. I mean time. We will be opening up like 10-15 minutes. If there is no question, then we can end the session here. But within the topic, not outside the topic, where our speaker had given his speech, like just stay within the bounds of his speech under electoral politics. So if you have any question, just unmute yourself and maybe just speak up or raise your hand. If you can, namin nonggen thaya na question pen direct anonggen thile, uche no.
Okay, sir. Sir, to apa jeng thayam?
Carry on.
Okay, sir. Sir, the Youth for Change just it is Kangpupi district sungka buak bola hele Manipur youth yosi nazau sao hele itiham.
Kangpupi district bawampun tu ahi Churchanpur district aumin Kangpupi district aumin Chandil district aumin Tengnopal district aume
Oh, paham.
Speaker Puken le Katong dong no me.
Okay, please.
Tu gen tu ki pao ma ka subscribe ma ya. Pai dile ke he pon hap dile ke he pon. Oi ma candidate la hina elected bangu le chin la constituency ading chun thil phachu ma mi wang pha hiding hi ti kamu ke ma ngai da na midangin banguri na ngai di mo ke poi le ke ma hung mu dan le da thil tu te ho kamu in la constituency ading la mi pi ading chun thil hoi tak mai bol do ding chi le hi ti ju kamu ki pa oma ai le jegola constituency in a phat chum piding nang individual la bol phat na je ka chun constituency nu loting kip ba phat chum na nei ding hi wa je bep chu hi lowa igama ate hinan tribal area ti tai ti hill areas pumpi adinga tribal pumpi adinga phat chum na dinga chu nang constituency nang MLA long hi apathian zala long hi khap thu dai le je cha wa chun hu ba ha supiting thei lo ding ka ngai tu je ga chu larger area tribal area inam pumpi khan to na dinga banghem district zo sia political party hem khat achu mong although ding hi kingai tu le ji hi bangolem what is your take on this phachum ni la ngai tu em ajek chu ajek ka gen ajek chung gen beng katin BJP national party he BJP a ting tale hin le political party lien khat ina zalo high command thu in itoyo ema tam chama toina ding lampi ascope hi atoma congress jin talle jigol ma chuno ma ema igam context sa I concern pen kha address ina ding power khle inei zo sekloun ka he ye ka jo आम आदमी पार्टी को टाइप दे खाता पार्टी खाती की बॉल डॉग हेनलांग जी चुई तले ST constituency a reserve constituency a अते हिंदन के हेर खिलो ले 19 constituency ही reserve ही इन कहे ये चंग मंगिन जे पार्टी चुन की विन तले की तिंग वेक तले मणिपुर legislative assembly चुन igam khan to na dinga voice ki nei lo ding hem ti ka ngai to na hun so ta kala ngai to na no ma nang ji gol to ngai to na na nei kha mai lo la ji gol ti bol la hen phachum the ding in la ngai to em ti
thank you na hin sei pen chu lungela jong hi tu abo hi tu khununga hi mi tampin hin gel thu hin dehi a kan lai zubin hitabang gol hin ngel ngai tu adia ei ku kitchen group sunga hin tampi kan nei jivin hichi gola chu tu azong hi political party khat gonding ti ho jong chu ilungela thawi hichi chu tu ni a hi details a ki present zo hi jong le saitu constituency se sa hilubin ei adia thing hang mi hin phat chum pi na dinga chu political party hi jong le kisim hi jong le example a constitutional provision ho ADC ek ho hi in hill area committee power devolution ho hin adang power ho hin e ho thing hang mi adinga ki bol ho jong hi assembly hi phatacha seiding jong hi thil phata in ka gelin ji chun saitu constituency beyond saitu constituency adinga hin thing hang mi hi na dingin thil tampi hi bolding hi omin it's also detailed out in seizo hi zong lehan aneu pina kaga sei nom chu tu hin example hin pen kating example a chu hill area committee tipte hill area committee hi it's a power atama tammai hi ahin la e ho manipur context a hin imacha power hi ding bangina ke pipon hiche power ke pi na dinga hi kamu danin tu to a system khana achi pi khana ka he chu even if the hill area committee rules and regulation might not mention that hill area chairman he ruling party khel ding ti hi lo mai the hi jong le tu ta ichi pi hi ruling party akona hill area committee chairman he te ding ti tabang khanin igelubin hichi hi ke ge lanin thing hang mi ho aphat chom na ding hin ruling party a hilubin opposition party am hen lang hele hichi hill area committee hi a function ding bang kanin function jobinti yong hi kaga gel komemin thil tampi hi thing hang mi hi naninga thil bol na ding hi tampi umpun tunin tampi sejo ko hi hichu chu khade hin adin tunin ke experience in hinselen ei ho kukichin mizo group ho political party hichilam dola hin ngaidan hi tamta tu hin ke ko ma song hongin ahin la hichi chu ha sei lew hen piha ahoi mon lam le thil chum chuma min ala na ding lam hungumin tin ahi wangin ei ho group ma dinga tu azong hi khangtha cha ki hi jong le lungel wang chu tampi me ti chu as a concisely briefly it's also season kalungel chu namat to the ding zo win kaga de sein it's also see chu tuni hin abon cha in seizung sei lew hen te so ho thu sei hile bangin jong colonize ti tabanga chu oila ham khana chu sin na ta jong do the hi ji chun ichi hi face to face le personal all ta ki do the jong ka he jin silam chu hin ha sei da tang kating hi jong le hitabanga ilol hen theina dingu thing hang mi ikiven theina ningun part ila theina dingun gamle go hen lang ipilam hi jong le chanbo phatacha provision noya isanbu na thediwa to da ding lampi hi kinjong kalungela tampi kigutna kanese tiang chu kaga sei no me he
Amen.
We can take one more question. If somebody has, just unmute and ask us directly. Okay. Chile question ha question amnon lawai dinga tu ni tak talk song nei sak pu Dr. Lamtin thangau kip kipa hoi mama kipa thu Lamka Young Leaders Forum te sigletang ina Lamka Town Hall Talks te sigletang ina kipa thu kongiena mabana le opportunity haidan omgi ge lo mai the ai ziakina hun kibang hunongom chiangena I na input te I platform tek lo wale I akithuza ke zedinga wai bana I Lamka Town Hall Talks hi den lama kang ponggen bangina content ke address yel te hi le a message which can challenge our conventional thinking which can help us reflect our own what to say myths and belief system which is holding our society and ourselves back. So we are always welcoming this kind of ideas and concepts and speech. Me kwayam hat to gen utiam hai bang hunjang utam le hai hi platform amgi ge hi it's a self-nominated process, so anybody can always self-nominate themselves by filling the speakers form. Tunita ga hunong zatak Dr. Lamtin Tanghau Kip amatunga athak takena Lamka Town Hall Talks de Lamka Young Leaders Forum tet sigde tangin patu konggena wai bana.
Thank you so much.
Audience song pai teng nabe kuna ki patu konggena ye content hi YouTube channel aum den ding le Lamka hi Hornbill Cable Network ten hi jingle thaya ana ti local cable channel ana telecast di wai hi ti konggen tag di ti le tuni tagi program ya tan in zo di nge ki pa wai ma mai mang pa.
Thank you so much, everyone.